So you have three options in front of you, three beautiful options to choose from. Pile 1 is on the left, pile 2 is in between, pile 3 is on the right. We can choose which option is pulling you the most intuitively, and let's tap into your reading to see who is your life partner, who are you going to marry, who is your future spouse, okay? For personal readings and to book a personal reading with me, check out the Etsy link given in the description box below. Okay, the timestamps of this reading also will be given in the description box below. You can also check out my Patreon, where I channel exclusive pick a card readings for my members. And it's more accurate over there because I'm reading for less people, right? So, and it's more detailed as well. So check it out if you're interested. You can also check out my PayPal in the description box below, along with my Amazon wish list, in case you would like to donate money to my channel in order to help me grow over here on YouTube, or to gift me tarot decks and oracle decks from my wish list. Okay, so let's tap in and let's see who is this life partner of yours. So I have a beautiful spread that I picked out for you in terms of your life partner. Okay, this is a future spouse tarot spread, and we will be doing all these, cards within the spread for each of the pile and each of the options that will be available on the thumbnail for you. Okay. So we will be going through your past, okay, their past. Then we will be going through your first impression of them and their first impression of you. Then your feelings for them, their feelings for you. How will you meet them? When will you meet them? Right? Then we will have your connection with them and their zodiac sign. What will be the challenges in this connection, and what will be the compatibility between the both of you, right? It looks like a heart. It's so beautiful. And I would definitely like to extend my gratitude to the Reddit user who actually made this spread. I will link it down below for you guys in case you also want to check it out, or you can take note of this spread in case you read for yourself, etc. Okay. Right, so pile 1. Let's check out your past first. Okay, that's the number 1 on the spread here. So your past for pile 1, your past for pile 1. We have 7 of Pentacles reversed. Their past, your future spouse's past. Your future spouse's past, we have Ace of Coins reversed. Okay. Then we have your first impression of your future spouse. Your first impression of your future spouse, we have the Queen of Swords. Their first impression of you, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. Then we have your feelings towards them. Your feelings towards them. We have 4 of Wands. Okay. Hang on, pile 1. And their feelings towards you. Knight of Swords. Your connection. No, sorry. How you will meet. How you will meet them. How you will meet them. We have 2 cards here. I'm only going to take one. So Page of Coins. When you will meet them. 4 of Cups. Okay. Your connection with them. Your connection with them. Their zodiac sign. That one wants to come out. Wheel of Fortune. And challenge and compatibility between the both of you. compatibility between the both of you. We have 8 of Wands. And challenges between the both of you. We have Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. All right. The bottom of the deck we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So pile, although this doesn't look like a heart, I wanted it to, but it's okay. It looks partially like a heart, so that's great. Okay, so pile 1. First of all, your past, what circumstances have you been through in the past before you meet your future spouse, right? So your past seems in love, like pile 1, you feel like you have wasted a lot of time in your love life, okay? You feel that you have had a lot of partners, and whichever partner you have had in the past have not given you any kind of investment in a connection that you have wanted to have with that person, okay, or those people. And you feel that you wasted a lot of your time, a lot of your years in, tending to them, in trying to understand them, in trying to get to know them, and none of the partners really fulfilled you on a deeper level, on a soul level, is what is coming through. And you're kind of in this zone of like you are almost in on the verge of giving up on finding that future spouse or finding that person who is going to be the one for you, because you have dated around, you have tried to be with long-term situation partners in your life, and you feel like giving up. Like that's what I'm picking up with your past. Whatever or whoever you have invested in your past has not like turned out to be either compatible with you, or the relationship constantly went through this period where you are not understanding each other, where there could have been a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, or maybe the love languages between the both of you were different at times. You also felt like your lovers never actually understood you or gave you the time that you deserved in a connection. Okay, either they were busy with their work, or they were busy with their own thing, or at times they could have been emotionally avoidant. Okay, they could have this avoidant attachment style, is what I'm picking up from your past. Okay, so somewhere you feel like you have given up, like you don't know whether you are going to find someone. Okay, and you also feel a little jaded because you feel like you've wasted a lot of time, a lot of years in trying to make this person the one, especially your past people, like making them the one, or trying to uh, tell them that you want something long term, you want something stable, and they could have betrayed you, or they could have cheated on you, or yeah, that's what I'm picking up. You could have gone through certain cycles with lovers who never really wanted to stay the long haul and were lacking maturity as well. Pile 1 is what I'm picking up. Okay, so that's your past. What is your person's past? Your person's past, pile 1, is that this person um, is on a similar energy like you, but it's that whatever prospects they have had in their past, they never felt like they could ever commit to that person, because either that person was quite superficial, or they were after their financial things, like financial stability. um like your person, in a way, your future spouse feels disappointed, because they are trying to find the one themselves, right? But it's like either they find some kind of gold digger energy, or people who just are after their finances or after their stability in some way, shape, or form. And that was like really pissing them off. Okay, that was really agitating them. And somewhere it's like they never wanted to offer anyone like that level of intimacy, and that level of closeness, and that level of solidity within a connection, because everyone that they were attracting were very, very superficial. Like they only wanted things on a surface level, and they never took time to also understand your future spouse on a deeper level, on a level where they are sharing certain emotional conversations about their childhood and their upbringing with each other. Like your future spouse seems like a person that's very, very deep, is very, very emotionally intense, and they have an emotional depth to them, pile 1. Okay. So because they never found that emotional depth in anyone else, and they never even found that stability within anyone else, someone who also understands how to take care of their own finances. Like your future spouse is looking for someone who actually can take care of their own money and can do things with their own money, or has a good mind about money, and not someone who is like just seeking to extract money from them, or use them for something or the other. Like that's not what your future spouse wants. Um, right? So your future spouse also has very high standards when it comes to dealing with someone on that level, pile 1. Okay, on an emotional level. So their past has also been quite disappointing, and I feel like they have also rejected certain offers that have come towards them. If they are from an Indian family, they have also had their family members make them meet certain people for arranged marriage. That's what I'm picking up. And for others of you who are not in Indian societies, um, it's like your future spouse has gone through periods where they themselves have rejected people who have tried to have a relationship with them or have something long term with them, because your future spouse could see their true intentions, which were very superficial, which were very like they wanted to use them in that way, and they knew that like right off the bat, right? So your future spouse is also someone who's very intelligent, like they can really see the truth behind situations and can read people very, very well. Okay, and you mirror the same thing with the Queen of Swords there. That is something I'm seeing. That's where you both are very, very compatible in that way as well. But regardless, so that's their past. Okay, now their past could also have something to do with losing money, pile 1. So your future spouse could have lost money due to some kind of a business deal going bad or sour, or where they expected some money to come through but they did not get it, or maybe they wanted some money in order to start up something or start up their own business, but that didn't come through. So there's some financial struggles that even your future spouse is going through um, during the meeting that happens, which we will come to later on, right? So yeah, there's some financial issues that are going on in their past. Okay, all right. So the next is your first impression of them. Okay, so your first impression of them is the Queen of Swords, which is very, very interesting. So your first impression of them is going to be like they are very, very intellectual. They are very good at maybe reading certain material and memorizing them, and they could be someone who loves to solve puzzles. Your first impression of them could also be of someone who has a good head above their shoulders, like who takes very good decisions, who takes solid decisions and very calculated decisions based on their reasoning, based on their logic, right? Your first impression of your future spouse is also going to be someone who is very fair and very balanced and very just. They don't like to take decisions based on being biased and their emotions, right? Because although they have a very strong emotional depth, that is not going to be something that is revealed to you in the first impression. Their first impression is going to be of someone who is like extremely analytical, pile 1, very, very calculative, very someone who takes calculated risks, someone who does not take decisions based on how their emotions are fluctuating on that day, but someone who is very sound in their judgment, someone who is very fair in the way that they deal with anyone, be it you, be it their family members, be it their friends, be it if you have gone on a date and they're how they treat the people who are serving them. They're very fair, they're very just, they're very well spoken as well, very, very intellectual. They could have a very good vocabulary. They could have a very scientific, sterile mind as well, is how they could come across in their first impression. And you might feel like they're very, like they're quite, like emotionless in a way. Like you might not see a lot of their emotions in their first impression of you. Okay, like the way their first impression is in your eyes, it's going to be like that. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. Very, very interesting. Pile 1. Okay. Their first impression of you, though, their first impression of you is of someone who has an open heart towards letting someone in to their inner sanctuary, to their inner space, to their inner world. They will see you as someone who is very, very sensitive, who has a strong emotional depth. Okay. um, they will see you as someone who is quite sensitive, who is quite empathic, someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, right? So your future spouse is going to see you as someone who is very emotional, like who can cry at the drop of a hat. And you will see them as someone who is so calculative that, they can actually like they know the what's going to happen next in a TV series when you're watching it together. Like that's how your first impression of them is going to be. But their first impression is that, like, you could cry at movies. Maybe you guys go at movies or meet at movies or something like that. That's coming through for some of you. Okay, very interesting. Or you could go for the movies on your first date. Okay, but with that Ace of Cups there, they will see you as someone who is like very, very empathic in that way. Like you're very emotional, you're very caring as well. And they will also have your first impression as someone who is ready for love, like is ready to open up your heart towards someone. Okay, you are ready to talk about the deep emotional conversations, maybe even the first time, like because you're tired of wasting your time anyway, right? So your first impression on them is anyways going to be that, you're ready for something substantial, for something meaningful, for something emotionally strong as well, is what is coming through. Like you have opened your heart towards them is how they are going to see that, and they're going to um, be a bit like standoffish about it, not in a cold way though, but in a way where they might not seem as emotional in their first impression the way you might seem emotional, right? So that is coming through very strongly. Pile 1. I love how this is forming here, the story, right? So let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this, but regardless, and do hit the like button as well if you're enjoying this. But your feelings, pile 1, towards them, okay? Your feelings towards them is going to be of someone who, even though is quite fair and balanced and just and is very intellectual, your feelings are going to open up very much towards them. Okay, like you're going to feel at home with them, like you might want to move in with them, or you might want to start establishing something deep between the both of you, something where you both have a strong foundation between the both of you. Your feelings of having a foundation with them is going to get very intense in that way, where you are going to feel at home with them. That's what I'm picking up, pile 1. Like you're going to feel like that they give you that sense of warmth and comfort and safety that you have longed for a very long time in a relationship. Pile 1. This is so beautiful. This is just so freaking beautiful. Okay, like your feelings are that they celebrate you, pile 1. Like they celebrate you, they celebrate your victories, and that's going to make you feel on top of the world. Like, that you want to celebrate every victory with them, that you want to tell them all the good news that you have accumulated through your work or through your achievements. Like you love sharing it with them because they are not someone who's competing with you. In fact, they are someone who would like to give you guidance on certain things of how you can stabilize yourself, how you can do better than what you're already doing. And they would love to be a part of that. They are that kind of a person here, pile 1. So this is beautiful. Like you are going to feel very warm. You're going to feel those feelings of butterflies, and every time that they call you or they communicate with you or they are reaching out to you, like you are in love, pile 1. Like you are so much in love. um, like you might ask them to move in with you, or they might ask you to move in with them. however this goes, but your feelings are just growing from here. Like they are just growing on a very, very strong level. Okay. And somewhere this person also, like your future spouse, also makes you feel very secure about yourself. Like they are not someone who's nitpicking you or trying to criticize you or unnecessarily criticize you. Of course, this person is very, very honest though, and this is something you love. Like you're in love with the fact that they are so freaking honest with you, pile one. Like you have craved this, you have wanted this, and when you see this in your future spouse, like you are elated. Like you're like, okay, this is the one. Am I dreaming? Like you could pinch yourself, you could, yeah, you could literally do a happy dance when you're alone in your room. That's what I'm picking up in your energy. Like you're super excited. That's your feelings towards the Pylon. Like even I'm feeling giddy right now while I'm channeling this energy. Okay. So that's your feelings, pile one. What are their feelings towards you? Now their feelings towards you is the Knight of Swords. Okay. Wow. So their feelings towards you is that they are your knight in shining armor. That's what I'm picking up. Like anytime you need them, anytime you require anything out of them, anytime you need some help, anytime you need some clarity, anytime you want them to communicate with you, they are right there. Like they are not going to miss a single message of yours. They're going to be extremely thoughtful. In fact, sometimes even thoughtless. Like maybe they might message you first and you could be thinking of them. Like that's how your energy will be with each other, where um like they will want to keep meeting up with you or keep going outside or on events with each other, to like maybe family gatherings or to like socialize with your friends or to celebrate with each other. Like you might invite them and they will be ready to go. Like they want to be a part of your life so eagerly. Like you will see that within them, even though they come across as someone who is not that emotional, right? But they are so truthful and they are so honest. That is something you love about them. And at the same time, they're someone who is a very good communicator. Like they are going to communicate everything with you. They're not going to leave anything out for you to be confused, for you to feel like, oh my god, what's going on, why are they ghosting me, why are they not replying. That's not your future spouse. Okay, your future spouse is very direct. They confront the problems when the problems happen, and they are very straightforward. They are very forthcoming with whatever issues they are having mentally in this connection or emotionally in this connection, whatever. Okay. So their feelings towards you is that like they can't wait to meet you, they can't wait to be with you. Like they will be more eager than you. Like they will like this is crazy. Like I'm going on this whirlwind right now and I feel like my head is spinning because this Knight of Swords is like the fastest knight in the deck, right? So I think they could like drive like a sports car, or they could have a sports car, or they would that's their dream, is to buy a sports car before marrying or something. That's what I'm picking up. Or they could have it themselves. Okay. um and maybe that's why they could be going through some financial issues initially, is because in the past, is because maybe they have to pay off certain loans or something like that that they picked up because of their thing. Okay, their purchase. Your future spouse is someone who like loves driving fast, or yeah, like fast vehicles. They could be very, very fond of that. Okay. So they could be like someone who would just suddenly out of the blue text you and be like, okay, pile one, are you ready, because I'm picking you up, because we have to go here and then we'll go here. And once you are with them, maybe on the motorcycle that they have or in the sports car that they have, then they're going to be like, okay, then they're gonna like drive really fast, and like you're gonna get those butterflies. You're gonna feel very safe with them, but at the same time, there's gonna be this adventurous spirit within them that like you cannot deny, pile one, which you love. Okay, you love like this side to them, which you activate, because with you like they feel very elated, like they want to do this for you and with you. Okay, very, very interesting. All right, so then we have the Page of Pentacles here for how you will meet, right? Page of Pentacles. Now, Page of Pentacles can talk about pile one, that you could meet through some kind of an uh, either you could meet through work, you could meet through some kind of a course that you're taking. Okay, some kind of a new course that you're learning, maybe online or offline. You could meet them through university, or through school. Okay, if you're studying in school, you could meet them at school. Like you could know them from school as well, is what is coming through. Okay, but you never saw each other that way until and unless this person like approached you, right? Your future spouse approached you that way. So yeah, and you could also meet somewhere in nature, like where maybe you have gone to do some kind of a workshop or some kind of a something that you're learning. That's how you're going to meet them, or either at work or something that you're learning somewhere. That's what's coming through. It could be learning through even like sitting in a library and you could meet them, right? Or you could be sitting at a park and just, you know, beside a tree, and you're reading a book, and you know this person could approach you literally, is what is coming through, right? um yeah, for some of you, if you are a single parent, it could be through your child. So maybe like your child and the school that they go to or the college that they go to, maybe their friend's parent could also be the case for some of you, not all of you, right? I'm giving you all the scenarios that I'm picking up on how you will meet. um yeah, pile one, interesting. um Yeah, you could be wearing something green on that day. Now, don't start wearing green every day, pile one, just because because you're tired of wasting time. But yeah, you could be wearing something green on that day, or they could be wearing green. Is coming through as well. hmm You could be wearing something on your head, like a head wrap or a hairband, or you could style your hair a bit differently that day when you're going out. Um, hmm Yes. This could also be like some kind of a hobby as well, like a hobby class where you're learning something that you truly love. Like it could be a hobby that you're learning and it's a new hobby. Okay. Yeah, that's coming through. For example, like you go to a pottery class and you could meet them there. That's coming through as well. Okay. With the page of pentacles, this can also tell me something about maybe social media. So it could also happen through a dating app as well for some of you, is coming through. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So I think that covers about the where you will meet. Sorry, how you will meet. Um, yeah. Hmm. Okay. So the next is when you will meet, right? So with the when you will meet, we have the Four of Cups. Okay. So with the Four of Cups here, when you will meet, this could be in July. Okay. This could be 4 months from now. Okay. So I'm picking up 4 weeks to 4 months from now is when you could meet them. Or if you already know them, then this person could ask you out within this time period, right? But July is very significant for your connection here. Okay. Um, hmm. Okay. So the next is the connection between the both of you is the Eight of Cups. Okay. So the connection between the both of you with the Eight of Cups tells me that now every relationship has its ups and downs, while one, right? And with your connection, the downs could be that at times your person could want things to happen in a quick way or in a very fast paced way. Even though they're very intellectual, they're very analytical, but towards you, like they kind of become a bit like on the emotional side where like they want things to happen quickly, right? And even though you are also done like wasting your time, but maybe they could speed or rush in more than you expected or more than you have ever possibly experienced in your past, right? So this could kind of push you off, or this could make you feel like, why are they rushing you? Like what is their motive, or what is their hidden motive? Like are they like my past? So you could have this issue where at times you might feel like walking away from this because um, either you feel like it's too good to be true, or like they are rushing you, or they're making you feel like, things have to move faster than you're comfortable with, even though you are done wasting your time, right? So you are getting exactly what you wanted, but that's also making you feel like, is it too good to be true? Pile one. And that is making you feel that, that like, should I be here? Like, am I supposed to be here? What is going on? Like, it's that cold feet, like you could be having cold feet at times towards them as well. And but no matter how much cold feet you have, like the stars and the moon, so whenever it's nighttime, like you miss them, you want to see them again, like you start missing them, you start missing their texts after maybe a while of having distance from them, like you start thinking about them again and you want to go back to them. It's like this pull, this magnetic pull towards them that keeps pulling you towards them. Okay. And they also, like, if you break up with them or if you stop talking to them for some time, like they could feel this strong urge of like missing you and calling you, and maybe they will always text you first, like that's what I'm picking up. Like they will always like give in. Okay, because they love you so deeply, because they are a very emotionally deep person, and when you open up so strongly and wear your heart on your sleeve in front of them the first time, like they do not want to lose out on this. Okay, they really like have fallen deeply in love with you, and so have you. And this is like triggering the both of you in that way, right? It's triggering for the both of you to like just run away from each other, or like walk away, like this is not true, what is going on, like why am I feeling so giddy? Yeah, pile one, like crazy, right? How we humans can be, like when we get what it is that we want, we get scared, we get fearful. And that's what's going to happen with the both of you as well. Sometimes even they could do this and you might feel like, oh my goodness, I'm missing them, like why are they doing this? And they could feel even worse because they did this and they started this in the first place. So you could have fights about those things, like maybe they are like rushing you at times, um or sometimes like you could rush them into things and they might feel like, but I feel like they don't mind you rushing them. Okay. um that's what I'm picking up. Like it's you are the, like you could create the issues more than your person, your future spouse. Okay. You could feel like walking away, you could feel a bit insecure, you could feel like things like that, like am I in the right place, is this the right person for me, like am I deluding myself, why are they rushing me, like do they want something, like you could have a lot of questions and excuses on why this is not the right person for you. Okay. And then you could probably make a pros and cons list, like you could overthink this pile one. Okay, at times. That's coming through very strongly. But this person is somewhere going to make you realize that why the connections in the past did not work out in the first place, pile one. And so will this person realize this as well, like why didn't the connections in the past actually work out for the both of you. You both are going to realize this so strongly that it's going to scare you, like is this the one, like am I supposed to be with them, really? Like that's how it's going to be for the both of you. Like really, is that why things didn't work out in the past, right? So that's how the connection is going to be between the both of you. Like there's a push and pull, like no matter how much you separate from each other, you're still going to be drawn back. They are going to message you first. You can't stop like telling them about your own stuff, while you've been gone away from them. And you will be back together again, so there could be some separation and then coming back together again before you actually finalize something here. Okay. So with the zodiac sign here, they could be a strong Sagittarius here. I'm reading for a lot of you here, so I will pick some more zodiac signs for you from this. Okay. Since their first impression was the Queen of Swords, I will pick up that card as for the zodiac signs for them as well, which could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so they could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could have Sagittarius, so they could have a lot of air and fire in their chart. Okay, but they do have maybe they have Venus placements in their in water. Okay, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they could have Venus placement in that sign, and it could conjunct yours as well very strongly, is something that I'm intuitively picking up. Okay. But yeah, I feel like you are their good luck charm as well. Like since you will come in their life, their finances will start improving, they will start leveling up in life, not because they are taking from you, but because they are focusing on becoming a better person, like being more knowledgeable, being more um, concerned about how they should invest their money, how they should save their money. Like they want to do this for you, and that's why they are becoming a better human being because of you, pile 1. Okay, because you are their good luck charm, and they do not want this relationship to, like, break, in any way. So they want to become the best person that deserves you as well. That is so cute. That's so cute, pile 1. Okay, so the compatibility is the 8 of Wands here. Okay, so the compatibility between the both of you is going to be beautiful. Okay, you both are going to be so adventurous, so spontaneous together. Like you are, that's why it's going to feel like it's rushed. Everything is rushed. Like maybe the way that the relationship is going forth very quickly, you might feel that that is it going to break that quickly as well. Like this is how it happened in the past, where things moved quickly in my life, and that's how things stagnated as well, and things broke up. Like we broke up for you and your past connections, right? That's how you could ponder about this connection, and you could have your own doubts with this connection as well, because that's how things happened in the past. But in this connection particularly, the past is not going to repeat itself, pile 1, truly. Okay, so believe me on that. You both are going to be so compatible in communication, so compatible even in the bedroom scenes. Okay, like if you know what I mean, the intensity is going to be ooh la la, like yes, pile 1. Okay, the intensity is like going to be bang on. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. You could travel together, you could take a lot of flights together to go to different destinations. Like you could check out different local places in different cities and different locations. You both love traveling is what I'm picking up. That's where you're going to bond even the most as well. You could also move to a different city or a country after you solidify this connection in a way where you both are getting married to each other, or you both are living with each other. You both could move together. Okay, I'm hearing mountains. Maybe your future spouse wants to move to the mountains, or you do. Okay, interesting. So some of you could do that as well. Okay, and the challenges between the both of you will be the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so the challenges I'm picking up is that because of the speed of this connection, because of everything that's going so smooth and so like it's moving forward in a very, very strong way, at times you could have temper tantrums towards them, they could have temper tantrums towards you, where they might also feel quite territorial about you because they love you so deeply that they might feel that at times people might talk to you in a wrong way or bad way. They could get really bothered about that, pile 1. Like they are very, very protective of you. Okay, so they might really like get pissed off if you tell them that someone disrespected you, or someone tried to bring an issue in your life, or cause challenges in your life, or cause troubles to you. They would get really triggered, and they could also like try to attack someone if someone did something, or they could try to like verbally destroy someone. Okay, because they are very good with the way that they use their words, which I mean, they know how to hurt someone with just their words. They don't even have to like hit someone, but they would still hit someone as well. Like that's how protective they are of you. But the challenges here in terms of that could be that at times you could feel a bit like irritated, because it's like maybe you'll feel like they are too controlling in that way, where like even if you tell them little things about something that bothered you, they might like want to lash out. And at times they could also want to lash out at you about like, why did you do that, why did you do this, like because they will be able to see exactly what you did wrong. Okay, because they are very honest, remember, so they will tell you exactly what it is that you did wrong, and that will trigger you, pile 1, to heal yourself, to be a better version, to not also sometimes be angry, or to do things with emotions in such a way where you're very impulsive, or you could get aggressive yourself towards others, and that could cause issues for you as well. So there could be some anger issues that you have to heal within you, that they will show you, that they will mirror to you that these are the issues you have. But at times they could also barge in when like others are having issues with you, and they will come in between, and they will be like, no, you have an issue with me. If you have an issue with pile 1, you have an issue with me, tell me what it is, right? Like that's how you might feel. Okay, so that's something that's coming through very strongly. Okay, wow. Wow, we are 37 minutes in. Wow, I love that. Okay, so let's see a bit more on your future spouse. Anything else that spirit wants to reveal? We have appreciate this moment. Okay, let's see what else for pile one. We have healing family issues. Yeah, so there could be some familial issues that you both will heal, and I feel like there could be some issues in your own upbringing where at times um, family members never truly understood you as much as they understand you, right? So there could be at times issues where they could have issues with your family members because your family members could have either made you the black sheep of the family, or at times they could have blamed you for certain things or something like that, and they will be very, very territorial of you, right? So that would piss you off because no one has ever stood up for you in that way. So it would also piss you off, and it would also deeply affect you in a very, very strong way, pile one. So remember that, okay? And somewhere at times you will appreciate how much they do for you, sometimes you will really get pissed off at them as well. So there's this opposite energy that's coming through, okay? And they will also help you heal and forgive your parents as well, pile. Okay, we have new love. Okay, give me one more spirit for pile one more from this deck for pile one. Give me one more. Okay, we have patience, but it was in reverse. Okay, so yeah, there will be a lack of patience in this connection very strongly. Like one person might want to rush in, the other person is not that comfortable. That could be the issue here, and this is a new love. So when new love is rushing, it's triggering you, pile one. It's straightforward, like it's triggering you, but it's triggering you in good ways. It's triggering you to heal yourself. Okay, because maybe you're expecting the past to repeat here, but the past is not repeating here. This person is actually there for you. They are actually being thoughtful. They're actually replying back even before you think of them. Like they are so thoughtful of you. That will trigger you, pile one. Okay, so that's going to heal you on a very, very deep level. All right, so anything else for pile one spirit, for pile one and their future spouse? We have the distorted masculine in reverse. Look at that. Like, wow, this is crazy, pile one. Okay, the distorted masculine in reverse. Okay, so they are not a distorted masculine. That's what this means. Or you are not the distorted masculine that your future spouse expected you to be, and that is triggering them. Okay, because they have met a lot of distorted masculines in the past who either blamed them for certain issues, or blamed or made them feel insecure about themselves, about their body, about their skin, about their beauty, whatever it may be, right? They were blamed for a lot of things in their relationships in the past. Okay, so you not doing that to them, in fact you being more protective, is also triggering your future spouse. Okay, yeah, let's see, let's get two more from this deck. We have compatibility in reverse. Interesting. So this might make you feel that there is no compatibility between the both of you. Okay, this might make you feel like that, like there is no compatibility, like you are not able to understand each other, but that's something you are creating. This is not true. This is something you're creating in this connection. Okay, we have the sacred woman. Beautiful. Okay, so give me one more for this future spouse of pile one spirit. Future spouse of pile one, we have resolving conflict. Love that for you, pile one. So there will be conflicts in this connection. Don't think of this connection as it's going to be rosy and it's going to be full of, you know, full of like zero conflicts and things like that. There are going to be conflicts, but the way you resolve them, the way you feel a pull towards each other, no matter how strongly you have argued with each other, no matter how strongly you disagree with each other, and how honest they are towards you about like where they could have gone wrong as well as where you could have gone wrong, and wanting to speak and communicate with you is something very, very new for you, pile one. It's going to trigger you a lot. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have reparenting yourself. So I feel like this future spouse of yours is actually going to help you develop a strong mother within you and a strong father within you that you never had, pile one. Someone that, you know, is your inner protector, right? Your inner nurturer, your inner defender, your inner lover, right? You're going to develop that. You're going to develop a strong inner mother and an inner father within you that is going to um, help you reparent yourself in a way through this connection. Okay, they're going to heal any distorted masculine wounds that you could have had due to your father as well. So there could be some father issues here that you could have had, and they will actually heal that within you. Pile 1. Okay. Wow, this is strong here. All right. So anything else, Spirit, for pile? Hold on, pile 1. Yeah, pile 1. Anything else for the zodiac signs of pile 1's person, or anything else that you would like to share about the future spouse of pile 1? Okay, we have Virgo the alchemist. So they could be a Virgo as well. At the bottom of the deck, we have Taurus. So they could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. Pile 1. Okay. Like your future spouse has met a lot of gold diggers, because we had the Queen of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom as well. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. So at times your future spouse could also be slightly doubtful of you, because whenever you pull back, like they could think that you are playing games with them, like you are playing games so that um so that you could pull them in, and then they could help you with something. But I feel like you never do that. Like you never ask them for money. Like you're someone who's very, like, you have a lot of integrity, and they automatically feel like taking care of you, right? They automatically feel like taking care of you financially as well, and that's why they're becoming this better person, because you are their good luck charm, right? So there's a lot of love between the both of you, and sometimes they will be disappointed, you will help them. Sometimes you will be disappointed and in the dark, and they will come and, like, approach you. Okay, so yeah, with the Virgo energy, this will be that you both will share a strong duty towards one another. Pile 1, like this is just clear as day to me. You will be very, very healthy with each other, healthy communication, doing healthy things together, like working out together, reading together, going to the gym together, watching movies together, or watching documentaries together, learning together, reading, writing together, whatever it may be, right? Doing things like cooking together as well, making potions together, making herbs, I don't know, okay, growing herbs, gardening, that's also what's coming through. Like you will do things together, you will do these things together and get to know each other on that level, is what is coming through. And you will also be a very strong part of each other's day-to-day activities and day-to-day life, and as well as being in touch with each other every day. Like that's how your compatibility is going to strengthen as well, right? Yeah. um at times you could feel like you are being too perfectionistic, or that they are being too perfectionistic about themselves. You will heal that within one another as well. um they will also have some constructive criticism towards you, or you could towards them at times, and that could help each other, but also at times trigger each other when there is some criticism involved, right? Because those are some wounds right there that are healing, because you will do that in a healthy way with each other. Okay, but you both will definitely make each other very, very nervous initially. Okay, that's something I'm picking up as well very strongly. Pile 1. Okay, so pile 1, this is what I have for you. Wow, like this reading was so beautiful. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. This is the first time I'm doing like a 45-minute for one spread. Okay, and I'm very, very much enjoying this. So let me know in the comments if you did. And thank you so much for tuning in, pile 1. If you would like a personal reading on your future spouse, and since I'm reading for a lot of people here, so if you want a personal, specifically for you, then I can go into that. The details are in the description box for my Etsy shop, and love readings, etc. is given in the description box. You can also check out my Patreon in case you want exclusive pick a card readings, not available anywhere on YouTube, only for $9 a month, is given in the description box below, the details for that. Okay, do like, share, comment, and subscribe, my loves. And my PayPal is given below in case you would like to donate and claim this reading. All right, so thank you so much, pile 1, and peace. Right, so pile 2, for those of you who chose pile 2, let's see your future spouse. Who will you marry? Okay, so we are going to do the spread as I described in the first part of the reading, which is the introduction. So if you haven't seen the spread, you can check it out on initially in the video. Okay, so yeah, the first card will be your past. Your past. Okay, we have Magician in reverse. Their past. What's going to be their past? Your future spouse's past. What is it going to be? Your future spouse's past. Let's see. Pile 2. Your future spouse's past. We have 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Your first impression of your future spouse. Your first impression of your future spouse. We have Temperance in reverse. Their first impression of you. We have the 9 of Cups. Okay. Your feelings towards them. Your feelings towards them. We have the 9 of Swords. Okay. Their feelings towards you. Their feelings towards you for pile 2. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. We have the 7 of Cups reversed. How you will meet them. Okay, we have 5 of Wands reversed. Okay, when you will meet them. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups. What is the connection between the both of you going to be like? We have, okay, 10 of Swords. We have their zodiac sign. What could their zodiac sign be like? We have the Hermit and the 9 of Wands. Okay, and we have compatibility between the both of you for pile 2 and their future spouse spirit. We have Emperor and challenges between the both of you. Challenges between the both of you for pile 2 and their future spouse. We have Queen of Wands. Okay. All right, so hopefully this is visible to you. Pile. Okay. The bottom of the deck we have Knight of Wands in reverse. All right. So pile 2. Let's get into it. Hopefully this is looking like a heart. If not, I tried my best. Pile 2. Okay. All right. So who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? All right. The first thing is about your past with the Magician in reverse. Pile 2. Okay. Pile 2, your past is about the past that you have had in your love life before your future spouse came into the picture. Okay. Your past has been where you have felt very strongly manipulated in love. Either you have met people who talk a very big game, okay, talk a lot about like what they have achieved, what they have done in their life, so on and so forth. They think that they are the mighty one, or like they have everything figured out in their life, right? And that is how it usually seemed initially in those relationships in the past that you have had. But eventually you realize that it was all a game to get you in. It was all a way to keep you interested, to keep you pulled into the situation so that you could fall for them, so that you could fall for their games and their mind games and things like that. Okay. The partners that you could have met could have also manipulated you eventually and tried to blame you for things that you were not responsible for, or try to put things onto you, like try to put more responsibility on your shoulders on about the relationships than they could ever handle, right? And then they would blame you when things would go wrong as well. So it's like you are investing the most in the relationship, you're also getting manipulated, you're also picking up the slack of the relationship. Like you were so done in love. Pile 1, pile 2. Okay, you were so done with love in general or with relationships in general, because somewhere, because of such partners even in your own life, you also became someone who felt like either at times you should like also become manipulative, or maybe you could have gone through certain YouTube videos or certain research on books and things like that, where you felt like you should start manipulating, like you should also have strong boundaries, and you should also, so you also leveled up in some way in the past, but you also felt a sense of darkness within you where like you also wanted to give them a taste of their own medicine in some way. Like there could be a slight hatred towards men that I'm picking up while too specifically, okay? There's a distaste in men, like all men are this way, or all men are cheaters, all men are liars and scammers, right? So there could have been that attitude in your mind and your heart before you meet your future spouse, especially in love, right? That's what's coming up. Now, their, sorry, yeah, their past, okay? So your future spouse's past has been something where they could have been a part of a family that broke up. So either they already had a family, okay, but there is a very strong compatibility issue between them and their ex, okay, who they were dealing with, okay, ex-spouse could be, or this could be someone that they were just in a relationship with, but they were not officially married. It could be either or, take it how it relates. Um, but your future spouse was definitely going through a lot in their family, you know, because they could have a child or could share a child with their ex, right? So due to this child, like at times they could have to meet each other, but I feel like your future spouse was fed up with their ex, and the reason why they were fed up is because their ex was never happy with anything, no matter what your future spouse gave them, no matter how many times they would take them out or maybe do something in order to make the kids happy at home or be there, you know, as a parent or whatever it may be, right? They tried their best to be there for their ex emotionally as well as financially. That's what I'm picking up very strongly. But their ex was never happy, you know, either with the finances that they were being provided with or the kind of affection or emotional uh, care that they were being provided with, and your future spouse was fed up with that. So that's their past energy, right? They've been going through very rough patch in their own relationship, and that relationship is like disintegrating in that way. That's their past, okay? Or that relationship has disintegrated, and now, you know, some things have to be done either officially if they are officially married, or that some things have to be done where who will take care of the child, and they have to give each other the consensus on doing that, right? So that's going on in their past, okay, before they meet you, pile 2, okay? And they are very disappointed in love as well. So emotionally, like they are worn out, like they are done with, you know, being with someone for the long haul or trying to, you know, be compatible with someone on that level, to the point where, you know, it turns out into like an utter disappointment even for them, okay? That's where they are at, emotionally, like completely checked out, okay? All right. So now your future, sorry, your first impression of your future spouse, okay? Your first impression of them is going to be of someone who is emotionally imbalanced, okay? And imbalanced in a way where either they could try to maybe drink a lot at times, or maybe smoke a lot, or maybe they would do some substances, try to evade their emotions, right? So your first impression of your future spouse is going to be of someone who is not emotionally balanced, in a way where they are escaping themselves, they are escaping reality, they don't want to face the reality that they have created in their own life. And they could appear to be someone who is mysterious, or someone who really holds back a lot about their own past, about their own life, and that's because of what they created themselves, as well as how much they are responsible for it, as well as how much their ex is also responsible for the emotional overwhelm that they are carrying forward from the past, okay? They don't want to get you into that mess. So somewhere your first impression of them is going to be that like they can never be a family man. Like they are someone who's just like, you know, throwing themselves away in some way. Like maybe you guys meet at a party, or you guys meet in some place where like they are consuming either alcohol or substances or whatever, right? That could be it as well. Or you could see them do that through social media, whatever it may be. But your first impression of them is that they are definitely manipulative, okay? Like they are someone who is hiding something from you. They are someone who could also have a strong temper, or who could lash out, or if it's not about lashing out, like it could be where they could lose their temper easily, maybe if someone wrongs them or someone does something towards them. So you will see that side to them in your first impression of them. And because of your own past, which is also influencing how you are seeing them, um, somewhere like you will also develop like a distaste towards them in some way initially through your first impression, okay? Like you might feel like you are completely non-compatible in some way, or like you both can never get on the same page, because they might seem very superficial, or they might seem like someone who's like hiding something, or they have something to hide. Pile 2. Okay, very interesting. Now, their first impression of you. Also, something about temperance in reverse tells me that your first impression could be that they are not a good parent, or a good yeah, they are not a good parent, or they are not a good spouse. If you know about their history, right? We'll come to that later on. But if you know their history, like you might think of them as someone who's not a good parent, who is not supportive, who's not someone who has taken care of their duties and responsibilities. Okay, that's how your first impression of them is, right? Now, with their first impression of you, we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, now it was almost in reverse, but it wanted to come upright. That's why I kept it upright. But we will take both the meanings of that card. Okay, so your future spouse's first impression of you is going to be of someone who's very happy living in your own bubble, in your own fantasies at times, but also in a way where you're emotionally very happy by yourself, in a way where you don't need anybody to take care of you in order to feel happy, in order to feel loved. Like you're very much in your own zone, in your own bubble, where you're taking care of yourself. You're emotionally very independent in that way. Okay, so they might see you in their first impression as someone who's single. Okay, who's single but who doesn't require anybody to feel loved or to feel happy, which is something that they really get attracted to, is what I'm picking up. Okay, um now, since that card wanted to go in, was in reverse, but it came upright. So somewhere initially, maybe they might see you a bit unhappy, but you are like working on your self-love as well. So that could be it as well, where like you're working on your self-love. You're working on improving your heart and your mind, and leveling up in a way where you want to be emotionally independent. You want to be single, or you are single, and you're taking care of your own emotional needs. You don't need anybody, right? So they might see that, and they might feel really attracted to that, because somewhere it's like they also have to learn that, because they were in a very codependent relationship with someone in their own past, right? So like looking at you being so happy and so loving in your own right, and self-loving, or learning that as well, is something that's very it's very magnetic to your future spouse. Okay, and that's something that they also want to learn from you, and that's why they want to be a part of your life in that way. So that's your first impression of them. Your first impression is also someone who's very jovial. Okay, so you could laugh very loudly at jokes, or um, you're very expressive, like your face is very expressive, or the way you communicate, the way you talk is very like jovial, very expressive. Like your expressions give away what you're feeling. Okay, um, you could also come across as someone who's quite creative. Okay, so you could be like very intuitive and very creative. um, you could be also someone in their first impression, like they see you also as someone who's like spoiled by others, or you're like a spoiled brat, is what is coming through in some way. Okay, like people spoil you, or people want to spoil you, or that you want to be spoiled, or you are spoiled. Okay, or you have been spoiled by your lovers in the past. Okay, and that's where they could also feel a sense of insecurity, is what I'm picking up, because you have been spoiled by maybe your past lovers, or people in the past that could come through in your energy, the way you are. Okay, or you will want to be spoiled. So their first impression could be that they will have to spoil you to like win your heart, is what is coming through. Okay, interesting. Now, your feelings towards them is the Nine of Swords. Okay, so like your feelings, the way they develop towards them is going to be a bit like you're going to be like scared of getting to know them on a deeper level because of everything that you have noticed about them, as well as your own past lens of a bitter taste due to your past relationships in your mouth, right? Bitter taste in your mouth about your past relationships. You might feel terrified of this person because it's like you might feel like whoever broke your heart in the past was an amateur compared to this person, because again, they might seem someone who's quite like they're very passionate, you know, they could be very intense behind closed doors, and that's why they are so mysterious, or that's why they are so much into substances or drinking a lot or smoking a lot or something like that. That could like scare you a bit. That could be like, oh my goodness, since I have been with people like this in the past, maybe you have been with such people in the past who like, you know, do these things but who talk a big game, and they also look like someone who like would talk a big game, or they could show off certain things about their own lifestyle through their social media if you meet on social media. So whatever it may be, like they could seem like your worst nightmare. So your feelings towards them is that you're terrified of them, like you're scared, like, oh my goodness, like you will think of everything wrong about them, like you will think of what could go wrong, how they could hurt you, how they will manipulate you. That's how your feelings are like developing towards them, is because of their first impression on you, which is that either they lose their temper, or they are too superficial, or they are too fake to the point where you don't see like the real essence of them, and that's because they are hiding their past, right? But you might see them as like worse than what it is. Okay, that's what's coming through, because Nine of Swords is an illusion. So your feelings initially of them will be like filled with illusions and filled with doubts about like, oh, this person might like hurt me like the people in my past, or this person might like be after my money, or this person might be after something that I have, or whatever it may be, like whatever red flags you have in your mind, this person is going to trigger all of those red flags, all of them. Okay, including maybe at times you are not that emotionally available, pile 2. Okay, and your future spouse is going to trigger that. So if you're emotionally unavailable and you still want something solid in your life, how can you not be emotionally available for that, right? So there is that's coming through as well, like your heart is very closed off, and so you are going to like see this connection as something that like scares you, terrifies you, you want to run away from it, you don't want to face them, you don't want to talk to them, you don't even want to confront them, you don't want to ask them any questions. You're done, like you're done without even being done, like that's what I'm hearing. Okay, wow. um so that is your feelings towards them. They scare you literally. Okay, and their feelings towards you, their feelings is the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is so interesting to me, pile 2, because their feelings towards you is going to be that they are done with all their past options because they saw you, because they met you, because they have come to know you. It's like they want to let go of all their options, or it's like there was a period of time where they wanted to be a player, where they wanted to play, and they wanted to with the, again, at the bottom of this deck we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, right? So that card talks about being a player, like to an excessive level, where like you can't stop playing around, you can't stop, you know, putting your hand in like different cookie jars and tasting different cookies, etc., right? So this person was excessively in those things. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse as well, this is telling me with the Seven of Cups in reverse that they want to let go of that player lifestyle, because again, they they tasted something very horrible due to that. Okay, they put their hand in the wrong cookie jar, and they could have impregnated someone that they did not really want to have that kind of a relationship with, but it happened, and you know, they were in that position. So now it's like they don't want to do that anymore, like they're done with that lifestyle. Okay, and their feelings towards you is that they are not even confused about you. Like, they know that you're the one, or like this person could have like love at first sight towards you. That's what I'm picking up. Like, your future spouse is head over heels for you and love at first sight about you. That's what I'm picking up. Wherever you guys meet, which we'll come to later on, like I said. But yeah, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, like, they're done with all their options. Their options could be ringing their phone, or trying to reach out to them, trying to DM them, message them, but they are done with all of those options, okay? Because they have seen you, because they have met you. And here you are terrified of them. Like, you are scared and you are petrified of, like, actually having something with them, okay? Because of your past. And their past is somehow teaching them not to repeat the same mistake that they did in the past, which is very interesting. They could be older than you in some way, okay? So they are maturing in that way. Could be that as well, okay? Doesn't mean that age equals maturity as well, okay? I don't mean that, but in this case it seems like that. That's why I'm including that, right? So their feelings towards you is, yeah, that they don't like anyone else after they've seen you. Like, that they only want you, pile two. This is crazy even to me, because the way you are seeing them and the way their past has been, like, even interesting. I don't want to say this, but I understand you, pile two, I understand you, where you're coming from. But then again, their energy is like very clear, like very straightforward. Like, they know it's you. Like, they know that you are the one, okay? We'll get to it, like how that happens, okay? So yeah, there's that. Now, how you will meet, okay, with the Five of Wands in reverse, how you're going to meet. Either you're going to meet after the separation between your future spouse and their past person, okay, when they are just separating with the past person. That's when you're going to meet. How you're going to meet is that you could be traveling. I see the suitcase here, I see an argument here between a couple, right? So either you could meet them due to an argument that someone else is having, and they barge in to like be the mediator, okay? Or you could meet while they are going through their own separation and they have had a very strong breakup with their past person, and that they are traveling somewhere else after that breakup. Like, they are done with that person, they are moving on from that person, and they are traveling to some other city, some other location where maybe they could be drinking. So this could be like a party place, like like they're traveling there for a temporary time. So this is not someone who is from the same location as you, for sure. Like, this could be a long distance, or this could be different cities, different states, different countries, okay? So this could be that as well. But they're traveling after that breakup to your city or to your destination, and that's how you could meet them, when maybe you are also not like interested in going out, but then maybe you have an argument at your home, or you could also go on a date with someone else, and you could spot this person in that in that bar, or in that club, or in that particular destination, um and you and the date of yours could not be compatible in that way. Like, you will not feel compatible with your date, okay? That's coming through as well. Like, you could have an argument with your date on that same day when you meet your future spouse, or you see or you cross paths with your future spouse. That's coming through, okay? Or they could be, okay? Take it how it relates, because I'm talking about the both of you here, right? So they have definitely had a breakup and they have traveled to a different city. You could be having a very horrible date with someone else at that location, okay? And it could be any location. It doesn't have to be a bar, but it could be like a place where you have lunch, or it could be something like that, right? Could be an outdoor location. It could be on a trip as well. Like, you're on a trip and they are on a trip, or you have a tour guide together, and that's how it happens as well. That could be it as well. You could meet them there, okay? I'm also hearing like fighting for parking spots. Like, you could fight with them or argue with them about parking spots. That's how you could meet. Very interesting, okay, how this is coming through. Or you both could like encounter like a fight in front of you, and that's how like you meet. Okay. Or you both could also have a fight pile 2. The first time you meet, like you both could have a fight or an argument in the way that they approach you or the way that you approach them. They could have a fight with you because, again, I told you their history and their past and everything, right? So you both know each other's past now, so it's clear. So stop like being scared of each other, okay? Yeah. But I think one person is scared, the other person isn't that much, okay? That's clear to me. So regardless. So this is something to do with travels, how you'll meet, some location where you're traveling to, there you could meet, or someone is traveling to your location and that's where you could meet. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I think I've cleared that. So when you will meet, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is telling me that you could meet them when, right? So again, with the 3 of Cups, this talks about parties as well. So this also relates with the 5 of Wands here, with how you'll meet. So this could be at a party, right? Because 3 of Cups is a party card or a friendship card as well. So could be through your friends, or maybe your future spouses with their friends or friend when they are at a particular location, or you could be with a friend at that particular location, or like I said, okay, take it how it relates. But when you will meet could be I'm picking up May, I'm picking up I'm picking up July. So it could be either on May, on July, okay. It could also be 3 months from now, or you have met them in the past as well, but like you know this, you could know this person as well, okay. um yeah, and like you treat each other as friends or something like that, or there's a distance between the both of you because of the argument that happened. Okay, that could be the case as well. So yeah, 3 months from now, 3 weeks from now, July and May, those are the time periods I'm picking up for you meeting your future spouse. Okay. Now with the connection here, right? Connection is 10 of Swords here. So 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords is here. So this talks about you both completing a cycle. So maybe you are also slowly getting out of your own connection pile too. Like you are also separating from someone in your personal life that has betrayed you very badly. Okay, and you're getting out of that. So until and unless you remove that person out of your life, like this connection will not be able to stabilize in the best way possible. Okay, and this person could also be releasing their past, okay, where they have been betrayed in a very bad way as well. Okay, with the 10 of Swords, like you both have been badly hurt, but you have been hurt the most, pile 2. That's what I'm picking up, and that's why you're so terrified of them. Like you're so scared. Like they are not as scared as you are. Is because again, they are still learning. They know that you're the one, and things like that. But like you are terrified of that. Like you're terrified of this person taking advantage of you, this person hurting you, this person backstabbing you. Yeah, that's something I'm picking up. So this connection is going to be filled with worries or stress within you about this person. Okay, even though like this is so interesting, pile 2. I feel like even though this person is not doing anything to like particularly hurt you, but you might take everything as a sign that they, like anything that they do, you will take it as a sign that they are about to betray you, or they are about to hurt you, or they are about to backstab you, something like that. Okay, and you will have to work upon that, maybe getting to therapy or talking to a trusted family member or trusted friend will be able to help you with this pile 2. Okay, so that you are able to see this person in a better light as well, because this person doesn't mean any harm to you, but you might see it that way as well. Okay, because you have been harmed in that way in the past, pile 2, and I'm so sorry for that. Okay, I know you didn't deserve it, the way that you have gone through, even the issues that you have. Okay, so the connection between the both of you could end as well, end very abruptly, and that's when you might not know that, will you come back together, because the ending of this connection happens in a way where maybe you speak something to them or you tell them something that you regret later on because of your own past, or they might hide certain things from you, and they might act in a way where they are a player even though they are not, because they are just healing from that. So they might make their own mistakes. They might seem like a player with this Three of Cups, like, people, or like, they might seem like a player literally, like that they have a lot of options, and you might end it abruptly because you feel like you see through that, and they might feel like very stranded, or like they might feel like you didn't give them a chance or an opportunity to explain themselves. You just immediately cut it off. Okay, so that could happen in this connection, right? um yeah. Wow. So their zodiac sign could be Virgo. Okay, with the Hermit, that is Virgo. And the challenge, the compatibility is the Emperor, and the challenges is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Emperor is the compatibility. This tells me that you both have a very strong masculine energy. Okay, you both, even though you are a feminine and they are a masculine, or you are the masculine and they are the feminine, like, even though they are a feminine, they could still have a strong masculine energy, and even if you're a feminine, you could have that, right? So regardless, that's why you're compatible. Like, you both love to get things done. You both love to take action towards your goals. You love to chase your goals. You love to take care of the people around you, to also provide for the people around you. And you could be doing that. Okay, and that's what could take most of your time away from this connection as well, because after you abruptly end this connection, you might focus on providing for the people, or being there for the people around you, supporting the people around you, right? So you both are focused on those things, and you both have a very strong masculine energy, like I said. Okay, so you both are very well versed with, like, the mind games that could be played in order to, like, hurt each other, or play games with each other, make each other jealous. And that's where the challenges could arise here with the Queen of Wands, is where, because they have been hurt from their past, right? Because of what, no matter what your future spouse gave their past person, it was never enough, right? And they got hurt very badly because they wanted it to be a good relationship, but it turned out very sour for them, right? And that's why they're drinking. They are, like, kind of, being a bit too much into these things, right? So with the Queen of Wands, that could be a challenge, where either you could try to make each other a bit jealous, or you could try to kind of play games with each other. That's what I'm picking up. Like, you're compatible when it comes to, like, playing games, but if you're together, you are stronger together. Pile 2. That's why this is your future spouse. Like, you're stronger together rather than apart. But because you're playing games with each other rather than playing games with the world, who is trying to hurt you or actually trying to backstab you, that could pose a threat in this connection, where there could be a third party that enters this connection and tries to take you away from your future spouse, or you could have a third party that could take you away from this future spouse. So take it how it relates. But if you let a third person into this dynamic, that could actually end this connection for good, right? So you both will have to be extremely careful of how you handle each other's emotions, because you both have been hurt. Although you have been hurt a lot more than your future spouse, it doesn't mean that their hurt does not matter, or that they don't deal with their hurt in the way that they do. Pile 2. And that is what this is teaching you, is that if you have certain worries and doubts, you need to talk to a therapist. You need to talk to them and figure out whether how you treated them and how you spoke to them and how this happened, whether you were in the right about it or not, right? Or you could book a reading with me as well if you are in touch with this person already, right? But regardless, the challenges could be that there could be a third party, or that, there could be a lot of maybe making each other feel jealous due to maybe making some posts online, and uploading someone else's profile, and things like that, like stories with someone else, and making each other jealous, or not responding to each other, or playing games with each other. That's, again, you're compatible in that way, because you both can play mind games. You both can, like, hurt each other in that way, because, again, your past, their past, right? But you are stronger together. You are meant to come on each other's team and play games with others who are trying to hurt you, but instead you are trying to hurt each other in that way, right? And it's not to literally hurt each other, but it's in a way because you might not give in to them, so they might feel like triggered and their ego might get hurt, right? So then you might try to you might, like I said, like you might hurt their ego and then they might play games with you, and then you will automatically it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy where you were already bitter about your future spouse or your future lover, and now due to your past, and now because of them playing games with you like this, it's just going to prove your own theories to yourself because you manifested it yourself. Okay, you're doing it with your own negative thoughts about this person, your own worries about this person, about who are they with when they are not talking to you, what are they doing. Literally what they are doing is supporting people who they love. They are taking care of business, they are focusing on how they can boss up, because you have reminded them of that, you have reminded them of how strong they are supposed to be and in order to be with you. But again, somewhere they also feel at times that you could be spoiled, or that they will have to spoil you or do a lot more for you than they are ready for, because they are coming out of something very toxic themselves. Pile 2. Okay, so that's where there will have to be some compromise here. Someone will have to let their guard down in some way, and if you don't want to be that person, that's okay, but therapy is required for one person here in this situation. Okay, that's what I'm picking up with the Two of Pentacles. Right. So let's see. Pile. Okay. So pile 2 spirit, pile 2. Okay, we have chemistry. Yeah, you both are going to be very, very attracted to each other though. Like, they are going to find you very, very intimately attractive, if you know what I mean, like, in that way, like very, very attractive. Like they might feel a lot of passion towards you, you might as well. We have her wearing the red, him wearing the blue. He's so much into her, she's so much into him. Like there's going to be a very strong magnetic attraction between the both of you. Pile 2. Okay, and that is going to trigger you both in the best of ways, to kind of heal your own past situations. We have look to your inner strength, pile 2. Okay, so this connection is going to kind of force you to look at your own internal strength and how far you have come in terms of dealing with your past situations and letting go of your past hurts and pains, and how you're supposed to move on from there and not to sit in there and to dwell in there to the point where no one would make you happy as well. Like, it's like their own past could be repeating itself through you, and you might feel like your past is repeating through them, but that's not the case in this scenario. There's a huge misunderstanding that has to be healed, right? So you have to look to your own inner strengths and what are you strong at. Pile 2, you are strong at understanding the games, and so are they, right? So you both have strengths that equal each other, and that's why you could headbutt, but you're not meant to headbutt with them. You're meant to collaborate and combine strengths with each other, right? So that's something that could scare you a bit, because again, because of your hurts. Pile. Okay, so you are stronger than you realize. That's what that card says. Okay, we have let your friends help you as well. So if you feel like that there's something going on where even you don't understand who is wrong, or you are wrong, or they are wrong, or what's going on, ask your friends for help. Like ask your friends, or if you are not talking to your friends, ask a therapist, whatever it may be. Like get some help or opinions from outside, so that you get a clearer perspective on whether you were too egotistical to understand them, or they were too egotistical to let you in, whatever it may be. Okay, let your friends help you, and if there are friends who are getting in between and trying to give you wrong advice about your future spouse, like, then you know who's coming in between, right? There are other people who are trying to like hurt this connection as well. Okay, because they could be jealous or they could be triggered, because again, you both are very attractive, you could be a power couple, you both have a very strong like masculine energy that you're working upon at this phase whenever you meet, right? So that could be triggering. Okay, then we have Love yourself first. Yeah, lovely. So I feel like you both will trigger each other to love yourself first. Like you will see your own insecurities, you will see your own weaknesses. We have a workplace romance as well here. Okay, so this could be a workplace romance. You could meet at work as well for some of you. Okay, and we have perfect match as well. Look at that at the bottom of the deck, pile two. Okay, so you both are literally each other's perfect match. Like, you do you want me to say anything else? Like, you both are so attractive. Okay, you complete each other in the most harmonious way. That's who you are, but you're so, like, in a way scared of each other. Okay, and they are not scared of you, but like, because they are healing from their own issues, emotional issues especially, and being emotionally available for you, that is triggering you. Okay, and it's triggering them as well, because like they want to be there for you in that way, because they know that you're the one, right? So it's triggering them to be the better man or the better woman here, and you on the other end are terrified of letting them in any way, shape or form, right? So that is what needs to be healed. Okay, because you both are a perfect match, literally. Okay, that's come out in the cards. So let's see, anything else for pile 2, spirit? Pile 2, anything else for pile 2? Yeah, with the workplace romance, it says common cause connection. So there could be a common cause through which you could meet each other as well. We have divine feminine, beautiful. So again, we have the emperor, and this is the empress here. Okay, divine feminine. So you both are literally a match made in heaven. You are meant to be together, pile 2. Okay, but this relationship doesn't look like the love stories that we watch, right? It doesn't look like a fairy tale, right? But it's not supposed to be like that. That's an illusion. Okay, and I'm not saying all fairy tales are illusion. Like, fairy tales have their own truth to it, but they are darker than what they show us. Okay, yeah, to be honest. So yeah, this is how real love happens. Okay, where we both are not compatible with each other, but at the same time we are triggering each other to actually love ourselves and heal ourselves and focus on what we can do for ourselves before we can love anyone else. That is what is true love anyway, right? This could be like a twin flame if you believe in twin flame, or soulmate if you believe in soulmates, right? So divine feminine, it's also helping you go back into your divine feminine pile too. Like, if there were people in your past who damaged your divine feminine or made you feel like more masculine, okay, hyper masculine, like you are too masculine to the point where you keep going for your goals, you're a provider in your family, or you do things even though you're a woman, like you are focused on earning money and you're doing things, you're alone by yourself, there's no one to help you, you're doing it all by yourself, it's hurting you, pile 2. And that's what they are here to teach you, is to be more like in that spoiled energy, that you actually show them. Don't just show them that spoiled energy, be that spoiled, like allow people to spoil you, pile 2. Okay, that's what's coming through with the divine feminine. Be in your receptive energy, allow people to give to you, don't have that blockage, pile 2, right? So you're going to heal that. We have the divine masculine. Ooh, this person could be a Leo, or you could have Leo in your chart, or you could have fifth house planets or fifth house stellium. Moon compatibility is very strong here for the both of you. Okay, moon compatibility, Venus compatibility. Okay, they could have a Venus in Leo. Okay, you could have a seventh house synastry as well between the both of you. I'm hearing 8th house, 7th house as well. Okay, because they could have something in Virgo. So we have luminosity. Yeah, there's a, wow, look at that, pile 2. There's a luminosity, like there's light that's coming in, and light means information, right? So the information is coming in between the both of you and within the both of you about where there are certain wounds that need to be tended, that need to be looked at before you both can match each other's energy. Because you both are very, very powerful individuals. Very, very powerful. You both are extremely good looking, extremely charming. But because of your own past, that could be projected in this relationship. And so there could have been a separation that the divine creates, or that your ancestors create, so that you can actually illuminate all your wounds and start healing them to come together. Okay, that's what is happening here. You both are triggering each other, and the light is entering the wound so that you can see it and heal it and start healing it, so that you can come together, right? one last card from this deck, and then we'll get one other deck, one card from the other deck. Okay, so let's see, give me one more spirit from this deck. So you both are each other's, like you are a match made in heaven, literally, with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay, yes, so give me one more spirit for pile. We have the garden. Wow, yes, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of beauty in this connection, there's a lot that's going to come out of this pile too. Okay, I feel like you both are very, very compatible in terms of what you like doing, okay, what you like, what your interests are. There's a strong compatibility. You could, but you will get more in your femininity after you let this person in. They will let you rest. They will let you be. They will spoil you, okay, they will want to spoil you. That's coming through. So you can be your feminine self. That's coming through very strongly. Okay, and they will want to provide for you as well, and they will also be very, very protective and very territorial of you in that way. Very, very strong, like, um yeah, that's coming through as well. And you both could be a lover of nature, or you both could have a garden together at your home as well. Okay, that's coming through very strongly. At the bottom of the deck we have creativity. Yeah, you both are extremely creative together, so you both could do certain creative hobbies together, like gardening, or they could be creatively talented, so you could like pick up like a music instrument together. You both could be very compatible with music as well, right, with the Three of Cups here, music or things like that. Okay, yeah, so one last card from this deck, spirit. Anything else for the future spouse of pile 2? Who is pile 2 going to marry? Who is pile 2 going to marry? We have second house, assets. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have empowerment. Look at that. So your relationship to power, pile 2, what is it, right? That's going to define this connection. Do you want to have power over this person? Does this person want to have power over you? Are you playing power games with each other? And if that is happening, it's time to distance yourself. It's time to heal yourself, to see why you feel that they want to hurt you, and why they feel that you want to hurt them. You both have to do that work, okay, before coming together. So with the second house assets, this relationship can be very, very can be based on them providing for you with the second house. Okay, they will want to provide for you, they will want to take care of you. Anything that is material related, they will want to provide it for you, pile 2. Okay, they will also be extremely talented. You both could share certain talents with each other, or you could be musically talented, you could be a singer, they could be a singer. That's coming through. Okay, they will be very well dressed is what's coming through. Okay, very well dressed, very well put together. They will also be leveling up in their finances by the time you meet them, and you will be doing the same as well. Okay, you both will be leveling up in a beautiful way. Yeah, aesthetically I feel like you both will also match each other. Like, you both are very compatible. Okay, but it might seem like it's not the case. Okay, and that's so that you can heal your own worthiness. Okay, you both might not feel worthy of each other. You both might feel insecure of having each other in your lives, because maybe one is doing better in finances, the other is doing better in love, or whatever it may be. It might seem like one is better or the other is better, but it's all an illusion. It's only, if you feel that way, it's so that it can trigger you to heal yourself, trigger you to look at your own values and how much you value yourself and how much worthy you feel to have them and them to have you, right? You both are working on that. Beautiful pile. So after this, I feel like you both will like get married. I feel that's going to happen, but that has not come in this spread because you're first meant to work on your issues. Okay, and it's going to be slow. With the second house, that's Taurus, and Taurus moves very slowly. So this relationship is going to move slowly, but it's going to be very strong. Like, this is going to be the strongest relationship that you have ever experienced in your life. Okay, of course, because they are your future spouse, so duh, right? Right? So yeah, pile 2, this is what I have for you, pile 2. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video to help this video reach other people. You can check out my Patreon in the description box in case you feel like donating to no, sorry, You can check out my Patreon in case you would like to listen to exclusive pick a card readings by me. They are channeled for a few people in my Patreon, so it's more accurate, it's more in detail and in depth. So if you're interested, check it out. You can also check out my PayPal in case you would like to donate to my channel and help me grow, and you found this interesting and you found this helpful for you. You can also check out my Amazon wishlist in case you would like to donate tarot decks and oracle decks to my channel. And you can also check out my Etsy links in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, Pile 2. Okay, so thank you so much, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this. And with the second house, that's Taurus, so you could be a Taurus, they could be a Taurus. Here I have a lot of zodiac signs. So I have Aquarius, Gemini, I have Sagittarius, Gemini, I have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so these are the signs I'm seeing mainly. I have Leo as well. I have Aries. Yeah. All right, so these are the signs I have for you. It could be your sign particularly, okay, because their sign, it could be their sign as well. Okay, so thank you so much, Pile 2, and peace. Right, so Pile 3, let's tap in and see who will you marry. Okay, so first we will see your past before meeting your future spouse. What is your past for Pile 3 spirit? What is Pile 3's past? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, what is their past? What is your future spouse's past? What is your future spouse's past? Pile. Wow, okay. So we have the World in reverse. We'll take that. Okay. Your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, we have the Magician in reverse. Okay. Their first impression of you. Their first impression of you. Seven of Cups. Okay. Your feelings towards them. Six of Swords. Their feelings towards you. Their feelings towards you. Pile 3. We have 10 of Pentacles. How will you meet? How you will meet your future spouse? We have 10 of Swords. When you will meet? When will you meet your future spouse? 9 of Pentacles. Connection between you and your future spouse. 6 of Cups. Their zodiac sign. Your future spouse's zodiac sign. Nine of Cups. Okay. Compatibility between you and your future spouse. Compatibility between the both of you. Queen of Cups. And challenges between the both of you. Okay, challenges are going to be heavy because the card literally fell off. Okay. Alright, we have the Five of Cups. Alright. Hang on. Pile. Okay, pile 3. I just have to situate myself properly. Okay. Alright. Okay, so pile 3. Let's get into your spread. At the bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Swords. Okay. So who will you marry? Your future spouse. Let's get into it. The first thing is your past. So before you meet your future spouse, your past, pile 3, is going to be where like you're waiting for the right one. Like things are taking time is what I'm picking up. Now this could be specifically someone you know already. Okay, this is someone who either you could be in a relationship with, or this is someone who you are in touch with, you're in contact with in some way, but maybe it's like the things are moving very slow or they are progressing very slow. Okay, and you feel like that the reason why things are moving slow is because of you, or because you are slow, or something like that. But maybe you want the connection to be a bit fast paced, but things are slow, or things have also been slow between the both of you since the past. Okay, that's what I'm picking up in this spread here. Or even in your love life, pile 3, like people in your past have been very slow to even tell you like where the relationship is headed or where it's moving. Things usually take time, and especially in your past, like people have always taken their time, like their sweet time, and it's always been annoying for you because it's always tested your patience, it's always tested your ability to wait and to figure out what's going on or where this is heading. Like it's been annoying at times, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, because I'm getting pissed off right now while saying that. So yes, I'm sure you might have gotten pissed off a lot of times in the past because your past people never gave you a proper answer, or like they took a lot of time to tell you exactly what's going on in the relationship anyway. Okay, so that's how your past has been, either between you and this person or your own past, right, where they are taking their sweet time. Okay, so now your past could also be where you're focusing on your finances. So you're slowly focusing on your finances, you're growing your finances, you're taking slow steps and one step at a time to understand like where you should invest, where you should go for a job, in case you don't have a job, and if you do have a job, like you're slowly and steadily increasing your income, or you're slowly getting on a better position or getting a better pay, but you're slowly and steadily getting there, right? So things are very slow in your life in this period before and in the past, before you come into contact with your future spouse, or since you know your future spouse, like that could also be it. Okay, so their past. Okay, now what is their past? Their past is your future spouse is not able to end certain cycles from the past. Pile 3. Okay, your future spouse is facing challenges when it comes to ending things from the past. So this person, your future spouse, could be in touch with their ex or in touch with someone from their past who is keeping them stuck or who's keeping them stagnant in a position, and which is why they are not able to come towards you in the way that they would like to. Honestly, I feel like they really want you to be their future spouse, right? Obviously, that's why we are doing this reading, and obviously they are going to be your future spouse. That's why we are doing this reading. But it's like there will be challenges. So the first challenge itself is that they are not able to end that connection, either due to financial attachments or due to attachments when it comes to maybe family, and their ex knowing their family, or whatever it may be. Like they're trying to manipulate the situation to keep the person stuck in the past. And your future spouse as well is someone who is not strong enough to like stand up for themselves and be like, okay, this is over, I'm done with this, I cannot take this anymore, I'm not interested in this anymore, I'm done, right? So your future spouse is not someone who is able to stand up for themselves and advocate for themselves. In a way, they're kind of like a people pleaser in that way. Okay, and they're like recovering from that, or they will recover from that when they are with you. But regardless, I feel like that is what could be taking time for this person to come towards you. Pile 3. Okay, so yes, in their past there could also be a situation which they are not over, obviously, even emotionally, like they're not over that situation. They have not understood what that past situation taught them, and what that past situation um, actually is helping them to understand, so that they can mature, so that they can become wiser next time that they deal with situations, right? So that's what they're not able to understand. So that could be a possibility. Now with that, I'm also getting that they could be in the past, they could have been having some issues with traveling, or maybe their travel got blocked, or they could be living with someone that they don't want to live, and that is creating an issue, or someone could be just, forcing their way through into their life, and they can't do anything about it because of certain things that maybe they know about them or their attachments with them. So that is also coming through, okay, about their past. Now, your first impression of your future spouse, pile 3. Okay, your first impression of your future spouse is you find them as someone who, like, either cannot get what it is that they want, or they are not strong enough to get what it is that they want. Like, they seem like someone who is very imbalanced in their own life. Okay, like, whatever it is that they want to attract in their life or manifest in their life or want to have in their life, either they lack goals towards those things, or they lack the discipline to go forward with those things. Like, your first impression of them might be like they are lazy, or they're sleazy, or something like that. Like, they don't stand up to what they believe in, or at times you might see them as two-faced, like they say one thing and they do something else. Or they are like extremely, like, they approach situations in a way where like they don't have any power in their hands, or like something like that, which is so interesting to me, pile 3. Okay, either that, or it could also be that your first impression of them is that they are a like straight up manipulator. That's what was coming through, but I was not able to speak, which is interesting. So you might see them as someone who struggles with communication, or struggles with opening up to you about like what's going on with them. Okay, and you might feel either that they manipulate you with like stories about what's going on with them. Okay, hang on, pile 3. Yeah, so so you might feel like that they struggle with opening up about what's going on with them, and so they try to manipulate you and slow you down and slow your connection down. Or that they are not confident enough to like tell you what's going on because they themselves are a manipulator. Okay, so that could be the first impression that you have of your future spouse, like that they are manipulating you, that they are not replying to you on time, or that they are taking their sweet time to get to the conclusion, or to tell you exactly what this relationship is. And you might feel like puzzled in your mind, like what's going on, like why is this happening, right? So this person could puzzle you, or your first impression of them is very puzzling. Like, you're very confused about like why they are like this, or why they treat you like this, or why they behave like this. It's very confusing. Um, yeah, like you're not impressed or something like that. Okay, first impression with them. Yeah, and there's something very imbalanced about them. Either they're emotionally unavailable, or they're like at times physically unavailable, or they are like mentally unavailable, whatever. Okay, so there's some unavailabilities that I'm picking up from there, and that could be your first impression as well of them. All right, now their first impression of you is the 7 of Cups. So their first impression of you is that you have a lot of options, which is so interesting again. So you look at them as a manipulator, they look at you as you have a lot of options, and that's why they are not ending anything from the past, because they want a safety net. That's how they are thinking, and that's why they are doing whatever it is that they are doing, and they think they are very much in the right about doing that. Okay, because their first impression of you, pile 3, is that you keep your options open, or that you have a lot of options, or that you are confused about which path to choose, or you're much more focused on your other options than on them. So they also, somewhere, their first impression of you is that you have a lot of options, or that you are a player. Okay, that you play people, or that since you have a lot of options, that you could automatically be a player. Like, that's how they compartmentalize you based on their first impression of you. Okay, now the reason why they could see you in this way is because, again, with the 7 of Cups, that tells me that there could be some drinks involved. Okay, so you both could be drinking during the first impression that you have of each other, and that could puzzle you both about your first impression, right? Or yeah, there could be something, some substance or something involved, where it's kind of distorting your perception of each other. And because somewhere they have not let go of their own past, right? Because they want a contingency plan, even though that itself is over. Like they have to learn that lesson because Saturn is on their ASS, literally pile 3. Okay, your future spouse has Saturn on their ASS to like kick their ASS in case they don't understand that they are meant to leave that position, and that's why you came in their life in the first place. Pile 3 is to remind them that they are meant to leave that alone. Okay, they are meant to wrap up that cycle with that past person who is not good for them, and they know that, but they want that safety net in case you turn out to be a player or you turn out to be someone who plays them. Okay, so they also have that fear, like that's what I'm picking up, that this is their fear as well, but this is also something that is their first impression of you. Now that could be because they have dealt with someone in the past who played them, right? So they could see you as a player because of this, and they could project that onto you on that first impression, even though you're not. And if you are, for example, okay, you could be keeping your own options open, and maybe you tell them in the first impression that you have they have of you. You might even tell them that you are keeping your options open, or if you don't tell them, like it seems like that because either you're very busy or you don't respond to them, or maybe you take your sweet time to get back to them. Okay, so they might think that you're going around with other dates and other people. Okay, and that keeps them wanting to keep their past chained to them. Okay, so that they have a plan in case you're not available or you cheat on them or something like that, which is so interesting and it's so weird as well. Okay, so your feelings towards them is the Six of Swords. Like your feelings would be that since they are taking so much time and they don't know where things should be, and you also feel like your past is repeating itself. Like every time you want answers from your person, that person is like either not there or not available or not responsive or emotionally avoidant. Like they don't want to like get to the nitty gritty of things or tell you what's going on, or and you feel like the past is repeating itself. So your feelings are that you want to either move things between the both of you to calmer waters, and both of you resolve this through communication with each other, or you might want to literally move on from this person. Okay, you might want to distance yourself from them because you don't know what's going on, and so you have to keep your options open, and they see you like that, so they keep their options like they keep their options close to their chest in that way and not tell you what's going on, and that confuses you. So you automatically feel that they are not into you, and so you want to move on from them. Okay, that's literally what's happening here. Okay, yeah, so your feelings are that like you don't see anything growing here. Like you feel that they are not giving, like they are not there for you in the way that you would want them to, right? And you want that emotional connection, you want that emotional depth between the both of you, but it's like either they appear very superficial or they appear like that they are saying something but doing another. Like they seem a bit duplicitous to you, and they see you the same way. Okay, like they look at you and they feel like you are someone who will try to confuse them or try to play them, because again something about both of your pasts is coming in between this relationship as well. Okay, so you feel like moving on because you feel like they are not available for you. Okay, and they could be manipulating you by taking their time, and your past is repeating itself. They feel that you could cheat on them because they have been cheated in the past. Okay, so you're a cheater in front of their eyes, right? So you feel like moving on from them, and they again their feelings are the Ten of Pentacles. So this is interesting to me. This is like they want to have that Ten of Pentacles with you. They want to have something solid, something stable with you, something long lasting where you both merge each other's families, where you are families with, like they want you to be their future spouse, period. Like that's exactly what I'm seeing here, which is mind-boggling to me, because if you see pile 3 as a player, then why would you want a family with a player? Is that because you're comfortable in that, and so you have to always be manipulative and always play games so that you can have someone that's your comfort zone? Is that it? And that's why you feel like walking away. Pile 3 is because you are done waiting. Like you don't want to wait. Why would you wait for anyone? And they feel like you're not waiting. They feel like you're playing around while you're waiting for them. There could be some ego struggles as well, where you don't even reach out to them because you want them to come towards you, right? And they don't want to reach out, they don't want to chase you because then you might get an unfair advantage over them. This is so weird to me, and they don't want to get hurt. That's the only reason they are doing this. Okay, so they want something very long lasting with you, like they see you as their spouse. Okay, even though your first impression is that, like, you look like their fantasy come true as well. With the Seven of Cups, like you are their dream person. Okay, with the Seven of Cups, like they dreamed of someone like you and you came through, or they feel like they manifested you as well in your first impression. So your beauty, the way you communicate, the way you move, everything is just like very dreamlike to them, very fantasy like, right? So again, with that fantasy energy here as well, like maybe they fantasize about this, and their feelings are based on their fantasies with you, but nothing grounds itself or nothing is real, and you don't see real results within this connection. Like it's all very psychic or telepathic between the both of you, and you both care for each other, but then there's no communication about it, or no one is taking the steps to like do something about it, right? But they see you, I can see that they see you as their future spouse material, period. Okay, that's what is coming through. So that's their feelings towards you, is that they want to have a family with you. They want you to be the parent to their child or their children, whatever. Okay, that's how serious they feel towards you, pile 3. Okay, um so this is interesting to me. Then we have the how you will meet. We have the 10 of swords. So you both could be breaking up from someone, or you both have had a very painful ending to a past connection, or even though you've had a painful ending, like something from your past keep pulling you back as well. Okay, it could be that. Or how you will meet tells me that one of you has ended something, the other one is not, because they want to do this, like I already explained, right? They want to manipulate and keep one option open in case you play them. Okay, um how you will meet is that you might meet like in a very dark environment or in the night time. Okay, we have a lot of moons here. Okay, so something about the night time, or in a place, in a dim lit place, or in a dark place, darkly lit or something like that place, right? You could meet them in such a location, or you could meet them literally at a club where, like, you're out and they see you and you see them. That could be it. You could meet them out in nature as well. With this, I'm also getting like someone else's funeral, so maybe you are invited to a funeral and you go there and you could see them there. In case this is a new person, right? Not all of you are connected to this person from the past. Some of you know this person as a new person, so I'm also including that. um, and some of you could have even met this person through these ways, right? So I'm just giving you all the ways. Anything else, Spirit? How you will meet? Yeah, maybe you could bond with each other over a breakup that you have had, or over something about the past. And maybe you both are like kind of high and you're discussing about it, right? So that could be it. Hmm. You could also, like, they could be your therapist, or you could be their therapist. That could be it as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. You could meet them through some kind of like classes as well. Some kind of classes as well is what I'm picking up. Where you join a new course and that's how you meet them. You come across them. You could come across them on social media, on the internet as well. Okay. Yeah, but something painful has ended in either one of your lives when you meet. That's very specific here. Okay. Um. Then we have when you will meet. So we have 9 of Pentacles. That tells me either you have met them 9 months prior from now, or you will meet them 9 months from now. Okay, you could meet them in September as well. Okay, that's coming through. Or you could have met them in the past in September. Okay, or you could have met them I think I said 9 months prior, or 9 months. Yeah, yeah. So that's what's coming through. Or you could meet them 9 weeks from now. All right. Yeah. Now, the connection between the both of you is Six of Cups. So this is telling me that the connection is very, very compatible. You're very, very, I feel like there's a strong compatibility here of feeling like you have a past life connection with each other. Because I was telling you that this is like more of a fantasy based relationship than like a real relationship, and that could really piss you off, pile 3, because you want something real, right? And that's what is something that you never get, or you feel like that, and that has to heal within you as well, so that this relationship can ground, because you're carrying that past thought into the future, and that belief is forming this person to also treat you the same way. Okay, so make sure you heal that. But Six of Cups tells me that this connection is going to make you feel like you have known each other from past lives, like you have been with each other from past lives, right? There's a sense of inner child, like your inner child will feel like playing with them, like you will feel like a child again with them, like you will want to do things as you were a child with them, literally, and they would too. Like you both feel like that with each other, like you're reliving your childhood with each other, and you're healing your childhood with each other. This is a very strong connection, to be honest. But only if he's like only if they stop playing games and you stop believing that you only deserve such relationships, right? So there's that. This person could also know you from your childhood, or this person could remind you of someone that you know. Maybe your parents, like they could look like your parents as well. Their appearance could be like your parents. Okay, something like that is what is coming through. Okay. So their zodiac sign could be Pisces very strongly. Okay. Now the compatibility between the both of you. Again, you are their wish fulfillment, by the way. Your future spouse's wish fulfillment is you. You are their dream person, pile 3. They have manifested you, and now they're terrified of that as well. And now they automatically feel like you might cheat on them. So they are used to people cheating on them very, very much. Okay. So they have to heal that as well. With the compatibility here, Queen of Cups, that tells me you both are very emotionally compatible. So if they actually open up to you emotionally, that you both will be extremely compatible, but they are terrified of that, pile 3, like they are terrified of that. Okay, and they need to heal that, because again, the last time when they opened up that much emotionally, they got badly hurt. Okay, and they are still not able to move on from that past person who cheated on them. So they automatically look at you as a cheater, even though you haven't done anything to prove to them that you are a cheater, right? And then so the compatibility is that you're both very emotionally nurturing, caring towards each other, loving towards each other. You want what's best for each other. You're very emotionally thoughtful, sensitive, empathic. You understand each other emotionally before anyone else. You know what the other person needs emotionally before anyone else. Like that's how deep your bond is. Okay, very deep. It's like this person will know when you need a massage, like when you're really stressed or whatever it is. This person will always be there for you emotionally. That's how compatible you are emotionally. Okay, with the Five of Cups as challenges, I feel like you letting go of the past for the both of you is a big challenge. It's a big hurdle of you realizing your worth, and realizing that just because people took time in their past doesn't mean that they have to take time as well. Doesn't mean that they have to keep you in that vague energy. And maybe you had long-term relationships with which ended very abruptly, right? And that could have made you feel like you lack something, like there's a problem within you, and that has to heal, pile 3, right? And this person has been cheated on, so they play games, and they take their time, and they emotionally avoid, um, even though they are such a deep person emotionally. They're so romantic. Okay, because I saw the rose petals here, which is a romantic card. Okay, like this is not a romantic card, but the roses are romantic here. So they are a very romantic person, but they're scared of letting their romantic side take over in this connection, and I feel like you both are going to heal that. Okay, I'm speeding through because my battery is literally dying, and I've never done such long readings. So yeah, they could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you could be. Okay, let's get a few more cards from this. We have physical touch. Okay, so they will be very physically touchy-feely with you. Okay, yeah, both of you could have a love language of physical touch, and that could be very, very compatible with each other. um, so you mean a lot to this person already. That's what I'm picking up. Like you mean so much to them that they are terrified of losing you, but they're also terrified of letting you in. Like that's what I'm picking up. Appreciate this moment. Okay, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So this relationship is an opportunity for the both of you to heal and learn and grow, okay, because you both love each other with the I love you here and choose love, okay. So you both are meant to learn to choose love in this connection rather than you know, thinking that the other one is playing or the other one is doing exactly what happened in the past with you, and like self-fulfilling vicious prophecy, right, that we do to ourselves. We do this to ourselves, pile 3, and you're going to realize that, okay. And I feel like you both are going to heal that within each other as well, okay. So let's see, pile 3, what else. This person could be a Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio as well, or you could be, okay. So let's see, pile 3 we have manifestation. Yeah, literally I told you, this person knows that they have manifested you, you have manifested them. Maybe you prayed for a person like this, they prayed for a person like you, and now you both are terrified of your own manifestation like crazy. And this person is more, I feel like you're not that terrified, but like you still feel that because they are not responding in a certain way that you lack something, but you need to work on your self-love, pile 3, okay. To ground this relationship, you need to work on your self-love and detach from them. If they are doing these things, detach from them, okay. Sacred woman, and we have connection. Yeah, there's a very strong connection between the both of you for sure. Give me one more. We have the distorted feminine. Interesting. So pile 3, I feel like you could have had a distorted feminine, maybe as your mother, or someone who did not take good love decisions in their own life, and maybe that could have triggered you, that could have affected you very strongly to the point where you chose a lot of wrong people in the past who could not give to you emotionally, right. And that's why you could have taken on certain traits of maybe your mother in a way where it makes you choose wrong, right. So that is something you are meant to heal, but doesn't mean that this future spouse is not your spouse. It just means that you are meant to heal certain aspects within you that make you feel less than, that make you feel like you lack worthiness. And at times maybe you only feel happy when you are with someone, right. So that has to heal, okay. Codependency, you shouldn't be codependent with them, with your future spouse, and that has to heal before you can come together. That's what's coming through. And more of the healing has to happen through your end, so that once you come together, like, they can get a leg up and they can understand what to do, okay. That's what's coming through. Forgiveness in reverse, you have to forgive your past, pile 3, and so do they have to forgive and move on, okay. And they are not able to move on, is what's coming through, okay. 22, 27, 9th, 47, 11, 20, 21 could be significant. Let's get one card from this, okay. We have two cards, opportunity and the bombshell, okay. Yeah, there could be an explosion that happens with the bombshell, like I heard the bomb, okay. So some explosive thing could happen which could end the connection abruptly between the both of you, and you both will have to level up in your self-love, okay, to love yourself, to actually have this, because this is what you have manifested, okay. Universe gave this to you because it's your what you dreamed of. So that is, if you're scared of your own dreams, then you have to work on yourself, on your self-worth, to know that you are worthy of this love, worthy of this opportunity that the universe is sending your way, right. So there, once you heal this, there's a lot of opportunities where you're going to be very creative with each other. They find you really hot, by the way, with the Taurus, like they want to indulge in you, okay, in that way, intimate way as well, pile 3. And that they are also someone who's very practical, and they might teach you how to be more practical, and you are very emotional, and you might teach them how to open up emotionally, okay. That's what you're teaching each other, okay. They are going to be very possessive of you as well, and you both could collaborate on creativity together, like you could bring opportunities to each other. I feel like you both will level up in your career also once you come together. That's also something that's coming through. And this is someone you're going to marry. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay. They could have strong earth sign in their chart. They could be a Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. I think I mentioned that as well, okay. And we have the Virgo as well, and Pisces as well, okay. Wow. Okay. So pile 3, this is all I have for you. I don't want to extend this. I know that I should have charged my phone to 100%. Next time I'll do that. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out my Etsy link, okay, for love readings. You can book with me. It's given in the description box below. You can also check out my Patreon, My Patreon is given in the description box below, where you can get exclusive pick a card readings from me, not available anywhere on YouTube. You can also check out my Amazon wishlist in case you would like to donate tarot decks and oracle decks to my channel. And you can check out my PayPal in case you would like to donate money to me, my love. Okay, so thank you so much, Paltri. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot out of this, and peace.